Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my stitching update. I have a lot to show and tell today, folks, so grab your stitching or grab a drink, grab some food, settle in. Okay, what has been going on in the cross stitch world this week? You guys know I always like to see what's happening, the hubbub. Stitch Mania never fails, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The post that caught my eye this week. Or, I mean, it's been, I don't know, since my last update, a week and a half, something like that. And when I saw this post, I thought to myself, before I even started reading the comments, it was like, my reaction was like, oh. Here is the post. It says, can someone explain this whole Flosstube phenomenon? First off, haven't we already visited this subject like 8 billion times? Like, seriously. And if you don't know what Flosstube is by now, I don't know where you've been living. Seriously. I mean, if you are an active member in Stitch Mania, which, by the way, has like over 16,000 members, which is phenomenal. I mean, just tremendous. So, the first comment, the very first comment on this post says, don't worry, I don't get it either. Is that necessary? Is that really necessary to come on there and say that? And then there was, okay, so there's 11 replies under that. And I have to say, I love some of the responses. It's taking a while to click on them. There are a bunch of people that say, I don't get it. Wait a minute, what was the other reply? Oh, so the person that made the original post was like, oh, thanks, that makes me feel better. You know, when you made that post coming on there that you were going to get comments from people that would agree with you and that would disagree with you. I mean, that's the way that it works, right? But putting a post out there, you know you're going to start some shit. You know you're going to start something, because let me tell you, some of you may think I'm crazy. I took that as a direct insult when I read that, because unless you do videos, you have no idea the work and the time that goes into it to make it, to edit it, blah, 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 all that. So someone else said, oh yeah, I'm with you. I would rather spend my time stitching than watching someone else do it or making a video for someone else to watch. Now, and then this was my favorite one. I'm glad someone has said that because it bores me senseless. Again, unnecessary. I don't care. If you don't like it, you move on. Now, and someone else comes in, same here. I thought I was alone on this. Now, Michelle Rudy, she was the first person that actually spoke up and said, no reason to make jerky comments, like to be an asshole about this. Maybe you just haven't found the right stitchers. And Pemberley, we all know who that is, she came on and said, well, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and they are. Surely you must realize that there are dozens and dozens of people in this forum who participate on Flosstube. Yes, when you put that post on there, you know that, how many Flosstubers are there now? My God, I can't even begin to count. You know we're all going to read that because we're all a member of Stitch Mania. She says, who put their hearts and talents into building a community and sharing their passion. It is a brave and beautiful journey. For you to carelessly denigrate what they do is incredibly selfish and divisive. Love that. Oh my God, love that. You know what bores me senseless? Oh, this is my favorite comment. People who enjoy sharing their opinions at the expense of others. That summed it up. That was perfect. And then Deborah Fassler, we all know who she is, she came on and said, no one is forcing anyone to watch. Yeah, move on. How many times have we said that? I just think this whole topic has been beat into the ground and into dust. I mean, it's really simple. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And let me tell you, I have gone on Stitch Mania and I have seen many things that I don't like. Either someone stitching or what they're saying or whatever. I have never put a comment like that on a post, and I never will because it's rude, plain and simple. I would never do it. I just scroll on by. That's the beauty of the internet. You don't have to look at something you don't want to look at. Okay. Yeah, I had to mention that because that post was just like, are you kidding? Okay. The next topic, and this involves me directly. Over the past 2 weeks, I have come to the conclusion that I have trouble, and it's not even trouble seeing the holes. I prefer to stitch on Aida. That may come to most people as a huge shock because first I was die-hard 32 count Joblin all the way. I stitched on that for years. Then I went to 28 count Lugana. Recently though, because of the projects I've worked on the past 2 weeks have been on 14 count Aida, oh my God, it's just been so much easier. And it's not that I can't see the holes. I can see the holes. It's the fact of also it's so much simpler to count on 14 count Aida. Do you know how many times I've been off by one thread and had to rip out a whole row or something? Don't do that on Aida. So, after much hemming and hawing and contemplating and thinking about it, I decided to sell all of my 28 count Lugana. Well, I mean my whole fabric stash. It was like 42 pieces of fabric. Now, I was going to do it on Stash Unload, but then I thought, oh my good God, my brain like exploded trying to think about individually listing 42 pieces of fabric, dealing with people buying it, having to package it up. No. I said, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to put it on eBay in one fell swoop. Someone's going to have a huge, amazing collection of fabric. Now, my plan is to take that money from the auction and replace it with many of the same colors from Fiberlicious, from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, but 14 count Aida. I am replacing my fabric stash. That's insane to think that I wouldn't do that. Now, again, I want to reiterate, it's not that I can't see the holes on Lugana. It is the fact that by the end of the day, the work day, when I stitch, because I stitch at night, so by the end of the day, after looking at a computer all day, my eyes are tired. So I need something that's simple. I need something that's easy. And so I decided to put a post on Stitch Mania talking about the auction. Because I figured, man, with 16,000 members, somebody would want to go and look at the auction or bid or whatever. And I should trust my instinct more often when I do things. I don't some of the time. In the back of my brain, when I was writing that post, I said to myself, I should disable comments on that post. Because I didn't put that post on there to get comments. I wasn't asking for advice. I was just stating, and I explained myself in that post why I was selling the fabric, blah, 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 blah. Again, when you put yourself out there on social media, you are going to get a shitload of comments that you never wanted to read. So I got many people saying, please don't sell your fabric. You can solve this by getting a magnifier. I have a magnifier. I don't want mag eyes. I don't want readers. I don't want a magnifier. I don't want another tool to use with my stitching. I have enough bullshit that I use to stitch. I don't want a magnifier. I don't want a magnifier until I absolutely have to have one. And I pray to God that I never do. 14 count Aida should solve the problem. And I had many people that came on there and commented that welcome to the Aida Club. I mean, let's face it. Anything on Aida looks beautiful. Aida gets a bad rap in our community. I really, really think it does. And I'm not talking about the Aida that you would buy in Michael's, like the plain, the stiff Aida. I'm talking about hand-dyed Aida. You guys know I love hand-dyed fabric. I'm buying all hand-dyed Aida. I'm not going to have any plain colored Aida. And most hand-dyed Aida is softer than the regular Aida. And picture this plus the softest Aida out there. It's amazing. So I had so many comments about getting a magnifier. I was just like, are you kidding me right now? And I even explained, it's not that I cannot see the holes or that I won't ever stitch anything on Lugana, because let's face it, I started the Hands-On Design Year in Chalk series on Fiberlicious chalkboard fabric in 28 count Lugana. I have 3 of those done. I'm not restitching those, so I'm going to be stitching the rest of that series on 28 count Lugana because I've already bought the fat half of fabric. And there are some patterns that Aida just is not suitable for, like a lot of the drawn thread patterns that have specialty stitches. I have 2 of those that I just bought this past week. So I will be having to purchase a piece of Lugana for those patterns. It's not that I'm never going to stitch on it again, but the great bulk of my stuff. But again, that post was not asking for advice. I wasn't asking for it. I just wanted people to go and bid. So I want to thank all of the people that actually did go and look at the auction and bid, because holy mother God, it went from $100.99 in 1 hour. It's now at $480. And by the time you guys see this video, because I'm pre-recording it, the auction's going to be over. So it is $900 worth of fabric that I've amassed in the past 2 years. Yeah, $900 worth of fabric. So I'm ecstatic to get $480. I did not expect to get $900 for the fabric. But it still has 3 days and it has like 50 watchers on it. So I'm hoping that it is going to go higher than that. So, okay. Enough about all that chitty chat, right? All right, yeah, I have a bunch of notes. Oh, this video today is my 200th Flosstube video. That's quite an accomplishment for just being on Flosstube about 1.5 years. Well, actually 2 years will be this July, so a little bit, yeah, 1.5 years. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw last week I got my port out. Yeah. The last step, besides some follow-up tests, I have an echocardiogram I have to do. I have to get an MRI in the spring, you know, a bunch of follow-up things. Excuse me. But getting the port out was like the final surgical step. So all good with that now. And it's good to not feel, you know, the wire in my neck and the port and all of that. Okay. One awesome thing that happened this past 10, 11 days. On Instagram, someone contacted me. Her name is Karina. I think that's how you pronounce it. She said, as a thank you to everything I've done for Flosstube, all of my videos, I must have helped this person with something, or just, she's just enjoyed my videos so much. She wants to send me cross stitch gold every month for all of 2018. Yes! I was ecstatic. I was just beside myself because I love doing the magazine flip throughs, and that will let me do the flip through for that magazine for all of 2018. So I cannot wait to start getting them. And believe it or not, I have an OMG moment. Yes, I know you guys have missed that segment. I'm only reserving it now for really things that have caught my eye. On Stitch Mania, I think it was Stitch Mania, either that or the Mirabilia board, a fellow stitcher named Marie Roy, she converted Mirabilia's Miss Christmas Eve to purples, blues, and silver. And I'm going to insert a picture of it right here. Oh my God. When I saw it, first of all, my hands literally went to my face and I went, oh my God. It's beautiful. It's stupendous. I love it. It makes me want to stitch it. I love that. I love her conversion. It makes it look totally different than the original. It reminded me of like a snow queen, like a snowflake kind of. Yeah, love it. So Marie, fantastic job. Love that. Okay. Start to showing you what I've been working on. Now, what I've been working on this week, I started working again on Ink Circle's Dark Shards, which looks like this finished. I am using all the recommended DMC, and I am stitching it on 14 count Aida by Picture This Plus and Heroic, which this is my favorite fabric of Picture This Plus so far. I have a couple other pieces, but you know, I have so much done. I said I'm just going to work on this until I'm finished. So I've only done a little bit, which is right in this section. I haven't done a whole lot. Needle Minder is from Down Sunshine Lane. But yeah, I don't really have very much left to go on this. I just got to get it done because I'm going to get it professionally framed. Yeah, I just want to get it done. Just want to get it done. Okay. I actually have 3 FFOs. Get out now, right? Yeah. Okay. You guys have seen all of the Finish With Me videos because I'm pretty sure they've gone up before this one. So my very first cubby finish is, I'm trying to grab it because you should see the table next to me, all kinds of crap on it, is the hands-on design freebie from her blog called Be Mine. So I painted the canvas pink. The scrapbook paper is like pink roses, white felt, and then I stitched it with white and pink DMC, and the fabric is a piece of 28 count Lugana from Fiberlicious in Sunset. I just cut a section out of it. So yeah, that's going to be my first piece in the cubby. Really enjoyed doing that, although I was cussing during the video. And then my second cubby finish, ta-ta! Another hands-on design freebie from her blog called Love. I used for the red Weeks Dye Works Candy Apple. You know that is my favorite red. And then white DMC and then a pink DMC. And I think it was, wait a minute, I have it here, $8.94. So did that, used the felt, painted the canvas red, the felt, and the paint did weird, like in the corners. Like it looks pretty good in the picture, but in person it looks dark. Like I can't describe it. But white felt that has red hearts, and it's just kind of hard to see it. But then glitter paper, red glitter paper, and then the fabric is a Silk Weaver Solo that I picked up when I was there in October with Jill. But yeah, so these two going to be going in my cubby. And I'm going to actually insert a picture here of them in my cubby. Yeah, that cubby is going to look awesome once I get all of them filled. And then my next FFO is I framed Deck the Halls. And that framing tutorial has already gone up as well, I think. Yeah! Now, it's not perfect. It actually should come over a little bit over here. But oh well. It's going to be good enough. The framing tutorial went pretty good. Yeah. I think it turned out good. The frame is like a coffee brown color. I got it really to match the color of the branches. So yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. And then I actually have another finish I forgot about. The Hands-On Design Year in Chalk February block. So yeah, finish that. And tonight I'm going to be starting the March block. Well, I'll talk about that in plans. But yeah, it is white DMC and I want to say 3806. I don't remember. But yeah, so I've been a busy bee, right? Okay. So the next thing I have is haul and gifts. Okay. I did receive 2 gifts this time, the past week or so. The very first gift, now you guys have heard me talk about Arlene Grimm. She sent me something every single week in the year 2017, whether it was a pack of napkins, a card, a skein of floss, a pattern. I mean, she sent me something every single week without fail. So this past week, I received the best gift she has sent the whole time. First of all, she sent me a card, handwritten letter, which love handwritten letters because they are a dying breed. But, and this made me cry. I literally was crying when I was telling my husband when I opened the package. Wait a minute, I must have got something on it. She stitched the Sister Stitcher pattern and made it into a pillow. She's in teal, or is that right? Yeah, she's in teal, I'm in purple. And then she put a charm that says 2017. And look, she put a purple. Are you kidding me right now? This is going on top of my cubby because I have a, there's a whole shelf on the top. Arlene, thank you so much. I did. I started crying when I saw this. Just tremendous. Fantastic. Totally love it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Dying. And then I received a gift from Facebook friend and Instagram friend Stacy. She sent me a postcard from Texas. And she sent me a skein of watercolors. This is called Sherazade, I think. This makes me want to stitch something needlepoint because the watercolors is what a lot of the needlepoint designs, counted canvas designs use. And this is gorgeous. This is not even that accurate. This is really, really stunning. And then, of course, she sent me a skein of 666 because we all know this is my color. Bird Lady. Yeah. But what she sent also was the October 2017 issue of Cross Stitch Crazy. I subscribed to this, so I don't know when my first issue is coming, but hopefully soon. And I did a flip through video of this, which went up a couple days ago. I know I was, it was months later, but I figure it's still worth it to do a flip through because there were some awesome patterns in here. So Stacy, thank you so much for all of that. Now, what did I buy this week? Well, I did get a needle minder from Clay by Kim. I got one of her Valentine dragons because ever since I got her peppermint dragon, I've been obsessed and I want them all. So here is the Valentine one. Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? Yeah, love that. And I love it because you put your needle on the inside. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. I think that was, I want to say $18. Worth it. Totally worth it. She had a snowflake one that was in January and I just missed it. You have to be really quick. When I saw this up there, my fingers couldn't move fast enough and I felt like, oh, I'm going to miss it. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was going crazy trying to hurry up and type to win it, to buy it. And then you guys saw my product review on the Lumino light. So I got that this week. Love this light. Are you kidding me? And it's rechargeable. That was my favorite part about it. But yeah, this works fantastic. So yeah, Lumino clip-on light. Got that from Amazon. I also got a Valentine bag from Mama Joan. I don't have all of the seasons yet. Next I want to get one that's St. Patrick's Day. God, why was that eluding me? But yeah, so that was the front. That's the back. Love her bags. And then, oh, wait a minute. I ordered a couple pieces, fat eighths of 14 count Ada from Picture This Plus, but I ordered them from 123 Stitch and they came in the mail. I got Meditation. It's not even really showing up. It's like a lilac color, white and purple. I figure something good in Halloween that uses black would look good on that. I got Da Vinci, which I really love that one. It's like purple and orange. Again, it's showing up a bit washed out on camera. It's a little darker. And then I got Ale, which is a nice brown neutral color. Yeah. So, liked those. And trust me, I have a giant list for when that auction goes off to get Fiberlicious and Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie Fabric. And even some Picture This Plus. I'm going to place an order from there too. Saturday, I had my stitch night and my LNS, the stitching post. And if you remember, at Christmas time, I received $90 of gift certificates that I had yet to spend. So when I was there Saturday, I spent $60 of it. And here's what I got. I got one of her, she has these like little notions bags, you know, and it has her number and the stitching post, and I just wanted one. And inside I have some floss that I bought. Whoops, not in that pocket. I actually bought some of the skeins that I want to use for Trisha from 3 Out Threads stitched the Give Thanks pattern from one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines, which I have the pattern, but her conversion was so beautiful that I jotted it down. And so I got 2 skeins of Geranium from Gentle Arts, the Juniper, which is limited edition. So I found 2 skeins and I've actually ordered 3 more skeins from another place. I hope they look similar to this because you cannot get this like in a regular line. And then I got Autumn Leaves, which was the other. This is going to look, hers look beautiful. She finished it. So I got those. And then I also picked up a Mill Hill kit because so many people have asked me to do a video on how to start the kit, like separating the floss and how I would go about starting one of them. And one of the ones that I've always wanted to do was this one, The Luck of the Irish. So yeah, love that one. I mean, and you can see all the stuff in the back. So a video will be forthcoming sometime going over this kit. And I think I'm also going to, you know, get the frame. 123 Stitch has the frames, and I think even my stitching post does, to frame it in. Or, oh, that would be good. I should do a scrapbook layout. I could do a scrapbook layout with that on canvas for sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll consider that. And then the last 2 things that I got were 2 drawn thread patterns. One is called Snow Day, which what drew me was I love the snow piling up in the letters. And I've already looked. It came with the buttons. There were buttons like on the snowmen and on the end of their hats. But I may actually use beads. I like the look of beads, so we'll see. And there are some specialty stitches in there that I'm going to substitute, I think, a different specialty stitch. Yeah, I just love that though. And then I also got, and I already have a note on this one, Free and Brave. Now, there are a lot of specialty stitches, like these flowers are like satin stitches. So I have a note on here that I'm going to use Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie's 28 count Lugana in Caramel Macchiato because this is not going to be suitable for Ada. So I figure I'll stitch that around the 4th of July when it gets to be closer to that time. Because I've also found that I'm somewhat of a seasonal stitcher, meaning I don't like to stitch on stuff for winter in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like to stitch in the period. Okay. The last section of purchases is from Hobby Lobby. The husband and I went to Hobby Lobby on Saturday. I still had a $50 gift card to spend there. And I wanted to get a couple things. I bought a couple stuff for finishing the canvases and stuff. Now, we were walking around and I saw these giant wood letters. And I said, oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome to get my initial and paint it and hang it like in my office? So, you know, my initial is a D. So I got this. Now, what do you think my husband did when we were in the store? He walked around Hobby Lobby, because he was the one holding this, saying, I have a big D. You know what I'm talking about. So the first time he said it, funny, right. After the 15th time he said it, I said, okay, you're done. You need to stop saying that. Please. Thanks. Like, what are we, children? Come on now. Now, I wanted to paint this purple. Oh my God, wait, do you see the paint that I got? Now, it was $8.99, but it is by Folk Art and it's called Color Shift. So you see how it's like iridescent? It's supposed to shift. Oh my God, I can't wait to paint it that color. Yeah, we're going to see if that's really going to shift. But yeah, So going to paint this. And what's nice is it already has a hanger on the back. So, yep, got that. And then the last thing that I got at Hobby Lobby was, if you read Vanna's blog, she did the Country Cottage Needleworks. It's like cafe. It's not cafe though. It's the little houses that's been this series. Well, she finished them on these place card holders from Hobby Lobby, where she stuck them through the middle, and they, oh my God. So at Hobby Lobby, they have these in all different colors. So I got purple just to have them on hand. Yeah. But they had blue, red, every color of the rainbow they had. Yeah. Okay, so that was all my purchases. Now, oh no. Of course, you know I looked at the mugs. Are you kidding me? Saw this mug and had to get it. Yes, and look, there's even a little flower on the inside. Yay! Yeah, love mugs. I did shoot a mug collection video. I don't know when that's going to go up. It made me clean out all my mugs, which I was very thankful for. I found a whole crap load of dishes that we don't even use, so in the trash they went. Okay, plans, which is that my last thing? No. It's not my last thing to talk about, but that's what I'm going to talk about right this minute. Okay, plans. Tonight I'm going to start the Hands-On Design Year in Chalk March. And of course I'm using white, but the accent color is going to be DMC 907. Yeah, that's a beautiful green, isn't it? Needle minder is going to be this shamrock that I don't remember where I got it. I think it was actually from Brenda's Minders and More in the year the person paid for me last year to get the monthly Needle Minder Club. And of course, on Fiberlicious 28 count Lugana in chalkboard. Now, I have such an amazing idea for a project, but I need your opinion. See, I'm specifically asking for your opinion now. Okay, I received the December 2017 issue of World of Cross Stitching recently, and that video, that flip through, is going up very soon. I thought I had my last issue last month, but that was actually the Christmas issue. And then the next issue I got was December of 2017. So they, in here, they have these designs that are called Fancy a Cuppa, where it is these, they're actually bookmarks, which, oh my God, is that not the coolest thing ever? But look, they're like, okay, they have it as tea, but I'm going to switch it to coffee. I'm trying to find, there's like 5 of them. I'm trying to find them where I don't show you the pattern. And it's kind of hard. Okay, but there's 5 of them. You can see there's one over here, one there, there. Okay. Now they stitch this on Ada. What I want to do to make it easier to cut, because they even cut out like right here in the handle, I want to stitch them on white perforated paper. So Hobby Lobby actually had white perforated paper, so I bought a bunch of that. I want to stitch it on perforated paper. I have white ribbon, thin white ribbon. But here is where I need your opinion. Do I put them all on one big canvas? Because I could do like 3 and then 2, and then like next to it put like coffee time in words. Okay, to signify coffee time. Or this was my other idea. Each of these have a saying on the other side of the bookmark. On the other side of like the, it's supposed to be a tea bag. That says, one says fell asleep here, time for tea. This one says one more chapter. What I would do is put each individual cup on its own canvas, and in words, because these are two-sided, like here's one side of it, and then the words are on the other side. So I would have this side showing, but I would put the words next to the cup. Like one of the canvases would say one more chapter, and I would hang all 5 canvases together. So it would be a set. So which do you think I should do? Because I really don't know for sure which ones I want to do. Either all on one canvas or 5 individual canvases, because man, I think it's going to look awesome. And that is the next thing that I'm going to be, you know, working on. I really love them, and they look like they will not take that much stitching. Yeah. Okay. I actually have a shout out. Haven't had shout out on my channel in a really long time. My friend from Japan, Saho, which I just found out I've been saying her name wrong this entire time. She now has a Flosstube channel. It is Saho Dream Stitch. I will link her down below. She has 2 videos out now. Her needlework is stunning, especially her hardanger. I'm just in amazement of it. But her whole, just all of her stitching is beautiful. She is a wonderful soul. She has messaged me quite frequently to see how I'm doing and to talk about different things. And she sent me a huge package at one point, a scarf for the table, a whole bunch of snacks from Japan. And I love following her Instagram account because she'll post different pictures of stores and what she's eating and things. And it's just, I just find it fascinating to see things from a different country. So Saho, go and watch her. You won't be disappointed. Okay, what am I watching? What have I been watching the past, you know, week and a half? If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I watched the Bad Moms movie. Holy Mother of God. Love that movie. Wanted those women to be my friends. If I was a mom, that's probably how I would be. Loved it. Loved that movie. I really want to see the Christmas one, although I have not done that yet. And what's so great is this past Thursday, all of my shows on Thursday came back after their winter break. Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. This is the last season for Scandal. Love that show. But yeah, it was so good to have those shows come back. Okay, many of you loved the video I did with my sister, the questions, the 99 questions. We had such a good time shooting that. It was fun to do that video with her. You'll be glad to know that my husband finally agreed to do the cross stitch quiz, and that's going to be coming up in a couple days. Oh my God. It was good. He did really good, I do have to say. So stay tuned for that. And okay, I have a lot of people message me asking, have you done a video on such and such? A really easy way to find out if I have, because I really try to title my videos very carefully. If you go, now I don't know how to do this on my phone. I know how to do it on the computer. If you go to your computer and you go on the person's page, their channel, there is a search bar in the top right that you can type in anything, and if they have any videos matching that, they're going to pop up. Just as a note. That way, but if you can't find it, you're welcome to ask me, and I will, you know, be able to direct you to the proper video. And one last thing to talk about. What have I been reading? Oh my good God. I found a book, and I've only been reading it since yesterday, and I'm about 70% through it. I'm going to read you the first line of the book because I'm someone who, it's got to grab me like in the first 2 pages or I'm done. I'm not reading it. The first line of this book, I was like, ugh. Yeah, I'm 70% like on the dot. It is called The Woman in the Window. And, wait a minute, I'm going to go to the cover. The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. Here's the cover. Okay, the first line of the book. Wait a minute. The first line of the book says, her husband's almost home. He'll catch her this time. Ooh! Intrigue. The first sentence. So, what's the premise of the book? Wait a minute, I gotta go back to where I'm actually at. I don't want to lose my place. Oh yeah, and I'm also getting a new Kindle, by the way. I have a Kindle Fire, and it's been like acting funky, like shutting off, things like that. So I actually decided to get, excuse me, Actually decided to get another Kindle Paperwhite. And that's coming tomorrow because I'm done. I'm done with this one. But anyway, the premise. A woman is an agoraphobic, meaning she can't go out of her house. She's separated from her husband. Her daughter lives with her husband. She takes a lot of pills for anxiety. You gather that something traumatic happened to this person. She drinks with the pills, which you're not supposed to do. And she has a habit of watching her neighbors. Like, they live in a courtyard, so she can see houses across the way pretty closely. She has a habit, because she has like this professional camera, because she did photography at one time, of watching her neighbors. And it reminded me of the movie Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, which was a great movie. So, new neighbors move in across the street. Husband and wife and a son. The wife actually comes and visits her like 2 different times, and she really likes her and they get along. Well, a couple days after that, she thinks she sees the wife get killed. But you start to question like her view of everything, her narrative, because she takes a bunch of pills and she drinks. And so you don't know, did she really see someone get stabbed or killed? You don't really know. So you start to question everything. And like I said, I'm 70% through the book. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so, so good, because I think there are other things. I'm thinking the whole story is about to blow up, because I'm getting bits and pieces now of what actually happened to her to make her agoraphobic. Such a good book, though. Highly recommend if you like that kind of suspense story. So I think that's it, guys. 41 minutes. That's quite long. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching and subscribing as always. I love you guys. I'm so very thankful for all of my subscribers and people that comment and ask me questions and just enjoy every video that I put out. But until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.